you. Welcome everyone. And welcome to the channel. Appreciate the support, all the love you guys show our live fans. You guys are great. Man, this is the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G. You found your way to my YouTube channel. I'm Master G, your host. Our YouTube channel is Retro Gaming Adventures with Master G, and this is our flagship programming, our flagship content, the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G. Now, who's Fitz? Fitz is my little canine co-host, if you've never met him before. I think he's thinking about coming in. Someone's pushing that door open in the corner of the screen there. We'll see if he makes an appearance later. He usually makes an appearance, or else he falls asleep on my lap for the whole show. What is the NES Happy Hour, though? Well, I'm glad you asked. The NES Happy Hour is more than just gameplay. It's a whole live, unscripted variety show. We got a little bit of everything here. We got a happy hour theme going on, so we have a lot of fun. We talk a little bit about games. Specifically, we play NES games, Nintendo Entertainment System games from the original Nintendo library from the 80s and 90s. I'm a collector. I collect the cartridges. I collect the manuals. I have these neat little plastic rental store cases. We're going to share all that with you. It is our mission here on the NES Happy Hour to play with you and for you each and every game, original game cartridge from the NES library. So one day I am going to have a complete collection, and one day we are going to film 800 plus live episodes of this show. I see we got our viewers filtering in the chat. Say hello if you're joining us live. I love to see you. Mitch, I see you. I see someone else in there. Say hello if you don't mind. We'll give you a little shout out. As I was saying, though, it's more than just the gameplay. That's a big part of it, right? The preservation of video game history. I hope these shows are up on the internet for decades and decades to come, and people look back and watch them. Remember what video games were like back in the 20th century. In the 80s and 90s. So we want to capture all that. I'll share the artwork. We'll share the manuals. We'll play the game for a full hour. But because it's the happy hour, we got to have some cocktail recipes. And our resident mysterious mixologist is responsible for coming up with usually completely original cocktail recipes to pair with each one of these games. And I'll be drinking along on the show. For Season 5, yes, that's right, this is our 5th season, our 85th game, our 85th episode. But for all of Season 5, we're going to be featuring 2 cocktail recipes, 1 alcoholic cocktail and 1 non-alcoholic mocktail to go with each and every game. So no matter where you are, no matter who you are, no matter how old you are, you can have fun with our cocktail and mocktail recipes and play along at home. So we'll introduce the game. We'll talk a little bit about the cocktail recipes. I'll show you the one I have sitting right next to me. Today's going to be an easy one for cocktail recipes. We take it easy on the Fridays. Keep it simple. And then we'll take a look at the manual together. This very manual I have in my hand. I have it all scanned into the computer, ready to go for you. We take a short break. When we get back from that break, I'll actually fire up this machine. It's a real NES system, real console, real cartridges, no emulation here on the show. Anything can happen with these old games. They're 30, 35, 40 years old. And, sometimes crazy stuff happens when you're playing on the original cartridges. But that's how we do it here. It's the real experience. A lot of these games in my collection, I've barely ever played, if at all. This is one of those games. I've not actually played John Elway's Quarterback for the Nintendo Entertainment System, because why would you if you have Tecmo Bowl? That's everyone's favorite football game, right? From the Nintendo. You got Tecmo Bowl, you got Tecmo Super Bowl. I mean, if I'm going to play football, I'm probably not going to try this one. But you guys know what we do on Fridays. If you've seen the show before, I always save the Friday games for those wild card games. I like to pick and choose games that people say are terrible and play them on Fridays for 2 reasons. One, because sometimes they are terrible. And it's Friday, so we can keep it fun and light and do a short show. If the game is miserable, we probably won't play it for a full hour. Another reason is because I've often found that games people tell you are terrible are not actually as terrible as they seem, and they end up surprising us. I'm hoping this game is in that category because I know this game tries to do some really unique and interesting things. I think some of the gameplay mechanics in this football game were well ahead of their time. I think it probably gets a bad rap. I think it gets a bad rap because it's hard to execute on these really complicated and innovative gameplay mechanics in 1987 or 19, yeah, I think it was 1987 when this game was made. They didn't have a lot to work with the hardware, guys. You got to give them a break. They did what they could back in the 80s. Video games were not as fancy and sophisticated as they are now. So, you know, it might impress you. It might impress you what they tried to do with this game. It might not impress you that they executed well enough on their plans for innovating with the controls and the mechanics. But we're going to play it, and we're going to give it a fair shot, and we're going to let you decide. And then when the fun gameplay segment is over, we close each and every episode of the show with a bar trivia challenge. Yes, that's also an original segment. I play game show host. I come up with 5 multiple choice questions, somehow connected to the game we feature, and I let our live audience play along at home. So we'll put the chat up on the screen. You can shout out your answers. It's all multiple choice, so guessing is strongly encouraged if you don't know the answer. And we have some fun with that. See if anybody can go 5 for 5. I make them pretty hard. Very, very few people have ever gone 5 for 5 on the show. I will tell you this. If you're a big fan of John Elway, you have a good chance of going 5 for 5 today, because you might well imagine all 5 of my trivia questions are going to have to do with the illustrious career of NFL quarterback John Elway, the guy whose mug is all over that game case you see up on the screen. So let's talk about the game. Let's get into that next. John Elway's quarterback was not originally John Elway's quarterback. And that's the big story about this game, I think. Trade West made this game into an arcade game, and it was just called Quarterback, right? Just called Quarterback. It wasn't licensed. It wasn't endorsed by John Elway at the time. It came out in the arcades. It was an arcade cabinet game. And that's important to remember when we get to the gameplay segment, because the way you controlled the quarterback, the way you managed your passing, it's very different in the arcade version when you have a joystick. So as I understand it, in the arcade version, you would hike the ball, drop back, and you would use the joystick to sort of fling the football. So it was almost like a spring-loaded sort of thing. So you would direct the joystick in the way you wanted to pass the football, pull it back, and let it go, and it was kind of like supposed to be like a spring-loaded thing. So you had a lot of control over like how far you threw the ball, and you had to aim it. So it wasn't like, you know, your football games these days where, like, you know, you have 15 buttons on your controller and every player on the screen has a button. So when you want to pass the ball, you just push a button for a player or something like that. You didn't have any of that. You had to actually aim and pass the ball in the arcade version. Now, of course, they ported this game over to the NES eventually, and that's when it took the name John Elway's Quarterback. They got him to agree to license it in 1980, and when they made the console version, they put his face on it, and they called it John Elway's Quarterback instead of Quarterback. But you only have this to work with in the home version, so it's very difficult to replicate that like real feel of passing that you had in the arcade version. But they tried it nonetheless, and I think I got the hang of it. I popped this in the cartridge last night, played it for 5 minutes just to make sure I would be able to figure out how to pass the ball. And it is hard. It's not elegant, but it is interesting, and it's a very unique gameplay mechanic, and it's very different for sports games from this era on the Nintendo Entertainment System. So I think it will be fun. I think it will be a challenge for sure. And, you know, I hope I change some minds. Or maybe I won't. Maybe it will turn out to be just an absolutely terrible game. We'll see. Let's read it. There he is on the back. John Elway leaning up against the original quarterback cabinet. Line of scrimmage realism that puts you in the middle of the game. John Elway's Quarterback is the home video game you've been waiting for. So real, you can see the game like a quarterback does from the line of scrimmage. And that was different. You know, Tecmo Bowl was side to side. It was like very arcade, very fast paced. This was a game that put you behind the line of scrimmage. It was meant to simulate the feeling of being a quarterback. You only have a second or two to decide what to do, or you're going to get sacked. It's just like being a real quarterback in the NFL. So you have to make your decisions, line up your passes, chuck the ball, and hope to God you put that ball in a place where the receivers can catch it. You can also run the ball, but there's no fun in that, right? We're going to pass. We're going to pass all the time in this game. It's third down and a long 4 yards to the first down that will stop the clock. No timeouts left. The weak side linebacker is lined up inside his defensive end. They're coming. You check off the play at the line of scrimmage and call for a quick pass to the tight end. He breaks it for a touchdown. Named for the quarterback who twice won the AFC Player of the Year award. That's by 1988. I think he was only drafted in 83. So he had only been in the league for like 4 years. He was a youngster and he won AFC Player of the Year. This is the game made for every kid or grown-up kid who ever wanted to play the game as well as John Elway. Little did they know in 1987-88 that John Elway would become a Hall of Fame all-star quarterback, one of the legends of the game. He had only been in the league for 4 years, and they put his name on a licensed game. He was new when this game came out. He was a youngster, a rookie, an all-star, a phenom. He wasn't the John Elway we know today, not the legend at this time. So it's kind of interesting that they gave him his own game, because, I mean, back then there were probably a bunch of other more well-established quarterbacks. Hey, Fitzy Bitsy. I told you my little co-host Fitz would make an appearance. There he is. There he is. You want to see the camera? You want to say hi to everyone? Yeah? All right, so that's Fitz. He's probably going to hang out in my lap today. I think he's feeling cuddly at the moment. And that's the box art. So we'll leave it at that. We're going to get to the gameplay segment, and we're going to see how this game goes. But first, I want to share these cocktail recipes with you. Whoa, we went blurry there all of a sudden. Focus. 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 There it is. All right, there is our first cocktail recipe, the alcoholic cocktail recipe for today's show. And I told you it's an easy one. So the first thing to know is it's just 2 ingredients, red wine and creme de cassis, which if you have Chambord, that's a brand, I believe, that is basically creme de cassis. But you can get all kinds of different variations of this French liqueur. And it's essentially like a really sweet sort of after-dinner dessert liqueur. And it is made from blackcurrants. So it's like a berry. It's very pungent. And you mix a little bit of that with your red wine to give it a little extra kick, a little extra sweetness, and a little extra flavor. And that drink is called the Cardinal. Now, we're going to give our mysterious mixologist a pass because I believe that the Cardinal is not an original recipe that we've invented here on our show. This is a cocktail recipe, I believe, that's been around for a while, and it is basically what you see on the screen there. Now, why did we choose it? Well, that's an interesting little bit of trivia for you. We chose it because John Elway, the great John Elway, went to college at Stanford, where he was the quarterback for the Stanford Cardinals. The mascot there, the Cardinal, and that's why it was fitting to choose this drink. But it's not a difficult one to make. If you have red wine around, which I feel like a lot of people do, creme de cassis, put a little bit of that in there for a little extra kick, and have one of these drinks with me on the show. There's Parapluie626. Guys, Parapluie626 in the chat there, that's the mysterious mixologist. That's the person who makes all of our drinks for the show. And cheers, guys. So I'm going to have a taste of this for the first time. I've never had one of these, so I'm going to see how this is. Ooh, that is nice. A little extra sweetness for the red wine. I think typically people in France drink this as an aperitif. After their meal, they'll get like just a little shot of the creme de cassis straight and sip on it as an after-dinner treat. As we always say on the show, Fitz and Master G do not condone underage drinking of any kind. So please, if you are not of legal drinking age, wherever you may reside, do not mix yourself up one of these. It's not okay. We do not endorse it. But luckily for you, we want to make this show fun for all ages and everyone. So we have come up with non-alcoholic mocktails to go with each and every game that we feature in Season 5, and today is no exception. Our non-alcoholic version is also quite simple. We wanted to come up with a non-alcoholic version of this drink that feels like you're drinking wine, but you aren't really drinking wine, and it looks the same as what I have here in my glass. So pretty much what the Highlander is a cranberry grape juice. So you got to get yourself some grape juice, some cranberry juice. You mix those together. It'll probably look almost exactly like this, but there will be no alcohol in it of any kind. Of course, that means it is FITS approved. And you can whip yourself up one of these and drink your Highlander along with me on the show while I drink my Cardinal cocktail. Now, you're probably wondering, Master G, why did you call this drink the Highlander? It's a funny name for a cranberry grape juice. It seems pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Well, if we named our alcoholic cocktail the Cardinal because of John Elway's mascot at Stanford in college, we named the non-alcoholic version the Highlander because the high school where John Elway finished his high school years before he went to college and before he was of legal drinking age, their mascot was the Highlander. They were the Highlanders. So this is the high school version. The high school mascot of John Elway was the Highlander. The college mascot of John Elway was the Cardinal. So that's why that's the alcoholic version, and the Highlander is the non-alcoholic version. So I hope you guys have fun with these drinks. I hope you can enjoy one of these with me on the show. I'm going to be sipping on my Cardinal throughout today's episode, and I hope you guys, if you don't want to mix up one of these, no worries whatsoever. Grab yourself your favorite drink, your favorite snack, and settle in because we got a great show planned for you. So cheers. Okie dokie. I think it's time to feature the John Elway's Quarterback Manual. I told you guys I like to scan. Well, first of all, I like to collect the manuals that go with all of these games. It's almost just as fun as collecting the game itself, if I'm being honest. Maybe I'm sentimental for these little booklets, but I love them, and I want to share them with you. I want them to be up on each episode so you can see the gameplay, you can see the box art, you can see the manual, you can get a fun original cocktail recipe and leave with some trivia. So folks 40 years in the future can watch these shows and remember these games and all the glory that was the early age, perhaps the golden age of video gaming. So there it is, the John Elway's Quarterback Manual. We're going to read through it together here on the show, and I'm gonna put it up on the screen. There we go. Ooh, Mitch got the Cardinal. It's pretty good. Cheers, Mitch. I'm glad you had the ingredients. It's a fun little twist on some red wine. If you're a red wine drinker, I think you'll love the Cardinal. Okay, there it is, the official Nintendo seal of quality. And of course, your table of contents and precautions. Take care of your games. Don't touch the connectors. Don't spit in the cartridge. Don't blow in it. Don't clean it with benzene or paint thinner. And always turn the power off before inserting your cartridge into your Nintendo Entertainment System. John Elway's Quarterback. That is the setup. I'm pretty sure that was written on the back of the box, and I did pretty much read it for you already. So there's the plug. The only new thing you see on this page of the manual is a quote by the young John Elway himself. I hope you enjoy playing my quarterback game as much as I do. Well, John, it remains to be seen. I will let you know, perhaps on Twitter, if I in fact did enjoy playing your quarterback game as much as you did. We'll find out a little bit later in today's episode. Controlling the action. All right, so there's your control pad, and this is going to be tricky. It's tricky conceptually to understand the mechanics for this game. Because like I said, it's not just push a button, hike the ball, push a button, pass the ball. It's much more complicated than that. You have the A button, which is called the action button, which will become critical as we read through this manual. Now, the B button will actually unleash your throw, but you have to use the A button to power up the strength of the show or the throw, and then you also have to use the control pad to direct where you want to throw the ball on the screen, as well as powering it up with the A button and then pushing the B button to actually throw it. So you have to use all of these controls to manipulate your passes, and you only have about 2 seconds to do this because you will be sacked. Your offensive line in this game is especially useless. They all just fall down after a second, and another second later, you're sacked. So you have to snap the ball, make a snap decision about where you want to throw it, power up your throw, hit the B button to throw it, and that's how you do passing in this game. The select button's not used. The start button, does what it always does in these games. It probably pauses it. It also starts the game. And that's pretty much how it goes, I think. At least that's what I learned from playing this game for 5 minutes last night. All right. Pressing any key during the quarterback logo will cause the scene to change to the locker room where you will select teams. That's peculiar. Okay, let's get to the next page. This is a short manual, guys. It'll be easy to get through. But that's what the play selection screen looks like. You have a lot more plays to call than you do in Tecmo Bowl. I'm going to keep referencing Tecmo Bowl because everybody who has ever played Nintendo knows Tecmo Bowl. You remember in those games you have a very, very small set of plays you can choose from. In this game, you do have quite a few more plays. It looks like you have different formations for defense, different pass plays, run plays on offense. You have to use the control pad to select your defense or offensive play and then register your choice with either the A or B. And that's how you call your plays. All right. The action button. This is critical because in the arcade version, as I understand it, this was controlled with like a spring-loaded joystick instead of holding down the button to power things up and make decisions. But the A button is your action button. When a player is stationary, he jumps vertically. The A button can be used to intercept passes. When a player is running, he dives in the direction of his motion, can be used for lunging tackles. Power up your dives, power up your jumps, I think. I know it works for the passes, but I didn't play any defense last night, so I don't actually know how the action button really works on defense. We'll see that today for the first time. I told you, I don't normally play these games much beforehand, so I'm coming into them new. I don't have any past experience. And then the B button. The B button is your throw button. Press it to aim your pass, direct the cursor with your control pad. So if you choose to pass, you have to very quickly move a crosshairs on the screen while everything's happening to where you want the pass to go. And then press the B button on offense in the control pad. It activates the cursor, not the movement of the quarterback. Release it to throw. So the B button is your power up. The B button powers up your throw while you're moving the cursor. When you release it, you will throw wherever the cursor was. I told you this was complicated. You'll see more when we get into the gameplay. But that's basically how it happens. You snap back. As soon as you push the B button down, you hold it down, but you're locked in place. You can't move anymore. You hold it down, power it up. While it's powering up, you have to move the cursor on the screen to where you want to throw it. Let go of the B button, and you'll throw the ball to where the cursor is. Like I said, you have to do all of this in about 2 seconds because your O-line is terrible and you will be sacked if you don't do this in 2 seconds. Very challenging. Then you have your kickoff, your punts, your field goals, your points after. You press B button, direct the cursor with the control pad for kicking, and the kick will follow the cursor location. Come on up, little buddy. Fits his back. Tips for play. The quarterback does not have... Don't drink the wine, buddy. Don't drink the wine. He's a little thirsty, I think. Quarterback does not have to run the play selected. Example, if you've called for a bomb and the defense is in prevent, you can choose to run a quarterback draw, which will probably net 5 or 10 yards. So you can call audibles at the line of scrimmage. You can also pass at any time during a play as long as the quarterback remains behind the line of scrimmage. On defense, if your middle linebacker is too far from the ball carrier to make the tackle, you can change to the closest defensive player by pressing the B button. I feel like that's pretty normal. That was probably in Tecmo Bowl. You can switch players on defense, and you just automatically switch to the guy that's closest to whoever has the ball. When you're playing a one-player game, you can use either controller. That's bizarre, right? Can I plug only controller 2 in? And that's strange. Once the game is started, it continues without interruption until the game ends. And you can block. Oh, the block kick defense can only be used against punts or field goal attempts. That makes sense. Oh, that's it. Those are our tips. There it is. Tips for play. And that's it for the manual, guys. Compliance with FCC regulations and your limited warranty. And then your back cover. That's your Trade West NES version of Trade West's quarterback arcade game. This, the John Elway's quarterback game. All right, guys, man, I told you that manual was short. I didn't realize it was that short. I thought it was going to give us a few more tips or advice for playing the game, but I think that's all we're going to get. And you know what that means? That means it's time to go to break. We're going to take a short 3-minute break. I'm going to put the ad roll up. You guys should mix yourself up one of our fine drinks, either our alcoholic cocktail or our non-alcoholic mocktail. Grab yourself some snacks and meet me back here in about 3 minutes, because when we return, I'm going to fire up this console behind me, and we're going to play John Elway's quarterback for a full hour. We'll give it a fair shake. We'll see if it's as bad as people say. I don't think it's going to be that bad of a game. I just think it's a misunderstood game. I think it's going to be pretty interesting and fun. But it does have its flaws, and I'm sure we'll find all of them out for ourselves. So you're not going to want to miss it. Meet me back here in 3 minutes. We're going to play John Elway's quarterback here on the NES Happy Hour. We will see you then. Woo, we're back. This the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G. Glad you could join us today. You guys ready for the gameplay segment? We got you all set up with the intro to the game, the box art. We read the manual. We helped you make your delicious cocktail recipes. Cheers. Now it's time to play the game itself. Let's see. You guys know how this goes. Say a little prayer to the NES gods. Let's hope it works the first try. Boom. There it is. All right. You guys ready? Good little title screen. So this is how it goes. We'll let it run the little demo so you can kind of get a feel for the game. So it's vertical. It's not like Tecmo Bowl, which is like horizontal. There's your play calling, and you know, you got all your teams there. I doubt the teams are licensed. I'll bet they're just cities. And I think the colors are always the same. There is the red team and the blue team, no matter which one you pick. All right. No sound in this demo, which is sad. It's the silent football game. It's probably what it sounds like in NFL stadiums today during the COVID pandemic. Like on TV, they put all the graphic, or they put all the edited audio up so it sounds like the stadium's full. But this is probably what it sounds like at a real NFL game in 2020. It's just silence. It's just silence. No, I'm just kidding. All right, here we go. All right, so we're going to be player one. And, ooh, what team should we be? Well, I gotta pick my Pittsburgh Steelers. You guys know I'm a big Steelers fan. Here we go. There it is. All right. I'm player one. He's kicking off to me. Do I block? Or okay, I run the ball. I'm the guy running. All right. That's good. That's fine. All right, let's pick a play. This is really bright. It's really bright. I wish it was in dark mode. Whoa! Okay, I ran out of time. I don't even know what play I called. Is it a pass play? Okay. Whoa, okay. Did you see me? Is that intentional grounding? I threw the ball away. I told you there's like no time. All right, let's do the bomb. Let's go shotgun. Let's do a bomb. See if I can do it. Snap the ball. All right. Oh, I got picked off. So you gotta drop back. You gotta hold the beep. Okay, man, they put you on the play clock. I don't have any time to think. Did I get a pick? Now I got a pick. 2 interceptions on 2 plays. Here, let's just do a bootleg. Let's do a nice easy run. A nice easy run to the left. Right? Insta-sack. I told you, there's no point in trying to run in this game. You have to be in shotgun formation. I think the bomb is the only play we can call. Okay, ready? Picked off again. All right, so far, not great. Not great. Let's do goal line defense. Goal line stand here. It's a very quiet game. Okay, maybe I need to I'm just gonna drop back. I'm gonna play pass defense. Because I'll bet I could pick off I bet I could pick off this throw. I'll bet I could. Dive! Get him! Alright, at least I got a tackle there. At least I got a tackle. Let's blitz. All out blitz. I'm going to cover this guy. Oh, no. He got a touchdown. Oh, look at him celebrating. Oh, man. That was terrible. Okay, so that was our first drive. I'm not impressed so far. So far, I am not impressed. Seven nothing. We're down 7-0. Maybe we'll come back. We just need to figure out how to do offense, guys. We just need to figure out how to do offense. Man, why are my blockers just so bad at actually blocking people? Let's do a QB draw and see if we can get some yards. I just need to go forward. Like, I just want to go forward. Positive yardage. Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? The O-line just falls down. You can't run. You can't run in this game. There's no running in this game. Hey, I caught it! Did I get yards? I don't think I got yards. Okay, let's do a different pass play. Let's do a post. Man, they got my receivers, like, double teamed. Sacked. You're sacked in 2 seconds. You have to throw the ball in 2 seconds every time. Shotgun. Let's just go into shotgun. I know it's 4th and 25, but I feel like we got to go for it. We got to go for it. We don't have a choice. Well, we got yards, but I don't think it was enough. That was a good play. That was a good play. So let's just consider this the warm-up game. And let's just acknowledge that was a pretty good pass play I executed right there. Might be the only one we see all day. Picked off? Yeah. Good job, D. Good job, D. Let's do it. I think we have to be in shotgun formation or we're just going to get sacked instantly. Oh, look at this. Oh, I like that play. I like that play because nobody ever covers that guy. That was our first down. Post. Let's do the post play again. Try to go left. 1-on-1. Oh, no, they're changing their defense. All right, well, I was going to get sacked, so I just threw the ball away that time. Just throw the ball away. I was definitely going to get sacked. What's the lookie? What's the lookie play? Is it a run play? I don't believe in running. Did I get picked off again? No! He caught it! He caught it! Alright, maybe we should run. Oh, it's 3rd and 1. Let's just do a QB sneak. Is it 3rd and 1? 3rd down, 1 to go? QB sneak? QB sneak for the first down? 4th and 1? I didn't get a yard? Oh, come on, the QB sneak! They don't let you pause this game either. You got to be on point. Alright, it's 4th and 1. We're going for it. I'm going to do the sneak again. I just need a yard. I had to get a yard there. Come on, I didn't even get 1 yard. I QB sneaked twice, couldn't get a yard. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm going to drop back in coverage. We're going to do some prevent defense from now on. Prevent defense. They're not running either. Oh, now they're running. And he gets good. At least it's fair. At least when they try to run, it's like instant tackle for a loss. Let's do prevent. Let's just stay in prevent defense because passing is where they get you. Was that like 3rd and 15 and he was running it? I think I want a punt return, right? Because it's fourth down, right? They're punting? They are punting, right? He's not. He's going for it. Oh my God, he's going for it. He went for it on 4th and 15, and he did not convert. Boom. All right, let's start off with our familiar shotgun play. I know I can pass to that guy on the outside. Oh! Oh! Oh, look at him go! Look at him go! Oh my God! Oh my God! Am I going to get a touchdown? Oh, I juked them both! I juked them all! Oh, Master G, you're amazing! Did you guys see that? Did you see that? Oh, the moves! The moves on this guy. All right, running. I don't know why I mix in a run play. There's really no point in mixing in run plays. Let's do the action. Play action pass. Uh-oh. Oh! Touchdown! Touchdown! Do the dance. Do the dance. All right. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I honestly thought I would not score any points in today's gameplay segment. So I'm really pumped. I actually scored a touchdown in this game. Ooh, I do not understand how to do kicks, though. I will tell you that. I need to learn how to do extra points and field goals because that was not pretty. Man, look how fast my kicker is. Oh, no. I don't think it's possible to run in this game. So I'm just going to play pass D. Oh, they're definitely running. No, they're not. Okay, okay. Oh, dude, guys, you were all there. Why didn't anyone jump and try to pick it off? Play some zone? Zone defense? Let's play some zone. It's definitely another pass. It's always a pass. Well, I gotta cover the middle of the field now. Oh, come on. Just switch, dive, switch, dive, switch, dive. All right. Well, that wasn't good. This is not good defense here. I'm failing. I'm getting too like loose. Come on, you guys need to jump. I mean, seriously, there's 3 defenders there. There are 3 defenders there, and they just stand there and look at it like, oh, there goes the ball. There goes the ball. I guess I'll just watch it. Lame. I got to do everything on defense? Is that what you're telling me? I got to do everything. I got to be every defensive player. I got to be every offensive player. It's all right. We're only down by 8. We're only down by 8, guys. We'll come back into it. We just have to stop trying to run the ball. There is no running in this game. There is only passing. Should we try a screen? Maybe we do the screen. I don't think I've tried this pass play. We'll see who's open. We'll have a second. Oh, God. All right, it worked. I only got a yard, though. I only got a yard, but that was a screenplay. Halftime already? Oh, man. We gonna get a show? You're not even gonna show me the cheerleaders like Tecmo Bowl? Nothing? Nothing. Just the word halftime and that's it. God, lame. Oh my gosh. Guys, tackle him. What's up, Fitzy? Fitzy's back. Fitzy's back for more. No blitz. Prevent. Go prevent. Fitz, you're putting your dog bum in my face. Sit down, buddy. Good boy. Good boy. I mean, he always throws it like right here, so I'm just gonna just stand here. Oh, now he's throwing it out here. Oh, come on! It's hard to tackle in this game, I'll tell you that. It is hard to tackle. Let's just do full blitz. Maybe that's... Oh, look, they're running it. This is their run play. I'm gonna play prevent because it's always not a run play. It's always a pass play. Oh my gosh, and our defenders are just terrible. They're just terrible. My defender AI is just terrible. I'm going to play zone from now on, and I'm just going to stand in the middle of the field. I'm just going to stand in the middle, try to get interceptions. God, where are my defenders? Come on, we're playing zone. Who's got that zone, man? Stunt? Maybe we can get a sack here. Maybe I should just blitz. I should just be like full-time pass rush. How did he get that pass off? Oh, I picked it off somehow. I have no idea, but I picked it off. It's true. Oh, no. Is he gonna... Am I gonna get a safety for this? Here we go, Master G. Juke! Oh, I mistimed it. That's all right. That's all right. All right, let's do a screen again. That was fun. The screenplays are fun. Oh, had to throw it away. Look, there were like 6 guys. My O-line just let 6 guys through. How are there even 6 guys to let through? Post play. We're going deep. Maybe not. Maybe we won't go deep. Again, man, they just keep blitzing me. They just keep blitzing me, and I don't have time to throw, you know? First down? Definitely got a first down there. All right. It's looking good. Okay. Here we go. Completed another pass, though. I did. I completed another pass. Let's do the bomb. I think we're going to get a touchdown here. I think I'm going to throw for a touchdown. Quick snap. Ah, he tackled me. All right. Let's do a QB draw. Run plays. Okay, so there's no running in this game. That's just pointless. I think we've proved that. We're going to keep trying periodically to see if it is possible to run the ball, but oh no, did I just get picked off? No, I didn't. Okay, it's 3rd and goal. Ah! Do we kick a field goal? I still don't know how to kick a field goal, but I think I should just kick the field goal and get the points. I have no idea how I'm doing this. Like, how do you kick the field goal? I got it. So you just have to move the cursor really fast. It's good. Okay, so you don't really have to control the power on the field goals. You just have to control the cursor. Uh-oh, I kicked that out of bounds. Oh, no, I didn't. Excellent. Okay. Guys, we're only down by a touchdown. We're only down by 5. We just need a touchdown. We need good D in the 4th quarter. We play good defense, and then we get one more drive for the win. That's the plan, guys. Blitz. All out blitz. I'm going to get him. At least I hit him. I got pressure on him. I'm going to get cheap shots on that QB all day. All right, let's do prevent. They're going to pass. They're just going to keep passing. It's annoying, but that's the only thing you can do in this game is pass. There's no running in this game. Oh, no. Oh, no. I missed my tackle. Guys, I missed my tackle. Oh, that was ugly. Let's blitz again. We gotta up the ante here. We gotta get some pressure on this QB. Get him. Running. There's no running in John Elway's quarterback. Blitz. I can't switch my guy on defense. That sucks. Oh, well, there we go. We got burned. We got burned. Don't be fancy, Master G. Just play zone. Just play zone or prevent. Because it's all passing all the time. That's all you can do. I think I picked that one off. I did! Ha! Ha ha ha! All right. Now we just got to get a touchdown. We got 10 minutes left. Okay, okay. Woo-hoo-hoo! Got some big yards there. It's bomb. Hail Mary. All go. Go routes. Here we go. Everybody go. Actually, I'm throwing it this way to this guy. Nobody's covering this guy. Go to the sideline. Oh, he got tackled. That's all right. 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 I'm getting the hang of this now, guys. I'm getting the hang of this. A little play action pass. A little play action pass here. Let's eat up some clock. We need to eat up some clock, guys. Oof. Had to dump that one down. Had to check it down real fast. About to get sacked. I like the shotgun formation. I like having a little bit of extra time to think. But you got to think quick in this game. Oh, he's uncovered again. He's uncovered again. Ah, I almost juked it. Let's try a run. I don't know why we're trying the run. I just feel compelled, like, to try the run at some point. It worked! I got a yard! I got at least 1 yard on that. That's the first positive yardage I got from running the ball. Screen. This one begs for the screen. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Perfect. Perfect execution, Master G. Boom! Taking the lead. That's how we do that. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. All right. All right. I got to do the kick. Nice. Point after. Good. All right, 4 minutes left. We got to make our stand here. Oh, look how fast the kicker is. Oh my God, I'm so fat. Oh, not a good tackler, though. Not a good tackler, though. He just ran down there and biffed it. 16-14. I guess they could win it with a field goal. We got to be careful. We got to keep him out of field goal range. There's less than 3 minutes left on the clock. Everybody prevent. We just have to keep him inbounds and out of field goal range, guys. 2-minute drill. There's no 2-minute warning. There's no timeouts in this game. Okay. Where's he going with it? Where's he going with it? Got to block this guy. Good. 53 seconds left, guys. We just have to keep him out of field goal range. This might be their last play. I'm dropping way back. I'm going full prevent. Oh, look at that tackle. Clutch. Oh, no, but there's 1 second left. They could still win it. All right, everybody drop back. Everybody drop back. No touchdowns here. Yes. 16-14. Master G wins. Here we go, Steelers. Pittsburgh over New York. We don't know if it's the Jets or the Giants because they don't have the license. But that is a victory. That is a sports game victory here on the show. Might be the only one you ever see. You guys know how bad I am at the baseball games. I'm terrible at the baseball games. Pretty good at those football games, though, I'll tell you that. Guys, we've been playing for like a half an hour. That's the whole game. It doesn't matter which team you pick. I'm pretty sure the The plays are the same. And you're just red team or blue team. We can do one more, though. Who do you guys like? Who should I be? We'll see if they have different plays, but I don't think they do. Let's be Denver. It's John Elway's game, right? Let's be Denver. Denver Broncos. Here we go. I just want to see if the teams have different plays. Excuse me. They do not. All of the plays are the same. All of the teams are the same. There's no variation whatsoever. So once you've beaten this game, like I just did, there's no point in ever replaying it again. I mean, you could play against a friend. I think this game would be fun two-player mode. But as you guys can see, we've done everything. I have played this game for 5 minutes before today, and I've beaten it on the show. There's no variation. There's no season mode. There's no franchise mode. There's no differentiation in the plays or the teams. I just threw that ball away. I didn't want anything to do with that. I was about to get sacked for reals. All right. Snap it. Oof. That was rough. 3rd and 24. We're in trouble now. All right. Let's see what we can get it. Mitch says, is this first time beating a game on the show? I think it is. I do think it is. I mean, if you can call it beating the game, I mean, I would have beaten Tecmo Bowl if it didn't glitch out. I'm really good at Tecmo Bowl. I played that game a lot as a kid. But yeah, I mean, I picked up this game. I've played for 5 total minutes, and I've mastered it. I think you can too. So does that make it a bad game? Maybe it does. Maybe it does. But I got to tell you, you can probably get this game at $1 at any game store in the world. So you can go to any game store and find this game probably for $1. This is a dollar bin game for sure. So, you know, is it worth $1? I don't know. Do you think it's worth $1? It is different. I mean, it is kind of tricky to like learn how to do these passes and stuff, because there's no other game like it. You know what I mean? Like, they don't do it that way in any other sports games for the NES. So it's kind of a unique mechanic, but, you know, give us different plays. Give us a season mode. Do something unique. You know what I mean? Because then once you win a game, it's like, what's the point of even playing? You know? That was a pretty good tackle, though. Let's be real here. That was a pretty good tackle. Oh, Mitch, you paid $2. I'm sorry, buddy. You paid $2 for this game. You might have gotten ripped off. No, I'm just kidding. It's worth $2, but it's not worth $2.50. So that's my statement, guys. Okay. Master G says this game is worth $2, but it's not worth $2.50. So keep that in mind next time you're out at your game store digging around in the dollar bin. I don't know if your game stores have that, but mine does. My go-to game store has like a bin, and so like they have Nintendo games under the glass. You know, not like really rare ones, but like really they're in really good shape and they're popular games. And then they have a bin sitting out that's just tons and tons of games that are just really cheap. And if you buy 2 games under the glass, you get a bin game for free. So maybe this is your free game. Maybe you have a 2-for-1 bin game and you pick up John Elway's quarterback for free for buying different games that are better, like Mario or Contra or Mega Man. I want to get a sack. I haven't gotten a sack on the show. I've hit the quarterback, but I haven't gotten a sack, and I really want to get a sack. So I'm just gonna blitz like a maniac from now on, because that's the thing I haven't done yet. I haven't gotten a sack, and I want to get a sack. I don't even care about the score. I just want to get a sack. Okay, let's see here. Does that count as a sack? I mean, it was a run play. It was a 4-yard run for a loss. No, we're doing a field goal, right? They're gonna kick a field goal. They're not kicking a field goal? Oh, they're not kicking a field goal, guys. I thought they were kicking a field goal here because it's 4th down. That guy got a sack. It wasn't me though. I didn't switch my guy. End of first quarter. That's all you get. No cutscenes, no graphics, no nothing. Just the end of the first quarter. Bomb. If I can master offense in 30 minutes, I think you guys probably can too. Ooh, I got sacked. I thought I got that pass off in time, but I did not. Uh-oh. Now we're pinned. Are we going to get a safety here? We might. We might get a safety here. Well, if you're not going to cover this guy, I'm not going to get a safety. You got to cover that guy. What's with the guys on the other hand, like the other side of the screen? Like I'm running off this side and showing up on the other side. Isn't that funny? That's some bad programming there. The screenplays are kind of interesting. They're kind of fun. I kind of like the screenplay. Because you have to be like really fast and you just have to throw it in an area. You know what I mean? Like it's you just find like an area and throw it there and trust your receiver to get it in time, you know? All right, what are the odds we can get a run play? You know, like a draw or something. I feel like there's no chance of the draw. Good job, O-line. Good job. Useless. Don't try to run in this game. There's no running in this game. Oh, I got picked off on the goal line. Picked off on the 1-yard line. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right, guys, let's get this sack. Picked off. Yeah, baby. All right, we'll take it. Let's do a bootleg. That might be the only chance we have of getting yards on the run is if we do a bootleg. Oh, God. It's just like insta-tackle. You know what I mean? You just get tackled instantly. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. There's no running in this game. There's definitely no running in this game. Get in there. Boom. That's 2 touchdowns, baby. I'm wondering what I should say about this game other than what's already been said, because there isn't much depth here. Is it a terrible game? I don't know. It's not good enough. It doesn't have any replayability. Like, once you figure out how to do the passing and sort of master it, I don't think you'd ever play this game unless you're playing against a friend, unless you're doing 2-player. Because, I mean, that's really all there is to it. I think it's worth $2, but like I said, I don't think it's worth $2.50. I'm on the fence here. I'm still on the fence because, I mean, it's kind of fun for an hour, right? But like, I'm already kind of losing interest. There's only a couple things I want to figure out how to do. I want to get an interception myself, and I want to get a sack. That's it. There's nothing I need to know about offense. It's impossible to run. They did not program it well, so there's no point in trying to run. I want to figure out how to get sacks and how to pick people off myself. I hate that I always have to be the same guy. You know what I mean? Like, they never let you control a different guy on defense. I want to get an interception myself. But he never throws it to my guy. You know what I mean? Like, why would he ever throw the ball to the guy I'm covering? Because that AI defenders are stupid. They're terrible. They don't do anything right. They don't go to the players. It's so easy to just throw it where I am not. Oh, that was a run play. Oh, I didn't realize that was a run play. Good on them. Good on them for running the ball. Gained a yard or two. 3rd and 3, we're full blitz. All out blitz. Good. That was the right play call. Well, do they ever kick a field goal? I mean, they didn't last time. They went for it last time. They're going for it again. So what? The opponent defense just never kicks field goals? I don't know about that. At any rate, it's halftime. Like, that's an obvious kick a field goal, take the 3 points and be done, but they didn't. Okay, so the programming for the artificial intelligence is even worse than Tecmo Bowl. Well, it's probably worse than anything. It's not that Tecmo Bowl is bad, it's just that, I mean, you ought to be able to program some AI in there that says you kick the field goal, right? Like, there's 2 seconds left before the half, it's 4th down, you're in field goal range, why would you go for it? That's pointless. But they don't apparently have the AI built into the game to handle that. Whatever. Let's mix it up. Call some different plays. Oh, I wanted to get him. Okay, so did my defender pick it off? He did. All right, let's just start off with a bomb. 1st and 10. Shotgun. Bomb. Here we go. Oh, yeah, you're done. It's over. Touchdown. That's 3 touchdowns. See, you guys know how bad I am at these games. I play them live for you on the show, unscripted. I don't practice beforehand. I don't think I've ever won a sports game on the NES since we started doing this show. Whoops. Okay, so I missed a field goal. I wasn't paying attention. I missed the field goal. I missed the extra point. That's all right. 20-0. But, like, if I can master this game in about an hour, I mean, it's too easy. That's my assessment. It's too easy. There's not any depth. There's not enough variety. It's like they started making a game and then they just kind of said, all right, that's good enough. I wonder if the arcade version of this is the same, you know? I'm blitzing. I'm just going right up the middle. I'm going to get this QB. I'm going to get him. How does he dodge me every time? He dodges me every time. I'm just going to blitz, and I am going to get a sack on this quarterback. I am going to sack a quarterback in today's show. That's all I want to do at this point is sack a guy. I got pressure on him. I did. We're just doing all-out blitzes until I get my sack. I want a sack. We're up by 20 points. I don't care. I'm getting a sack. I'm getting a sack before today's show ends. Whatever. Kick your field goal. Kick your extra point. You can't even, like, block extra points, you know, because it's, like, instant. You don't even move until the ball's already in the air. You can't move past the line of scrimmage until the ball is already kicked, which is another bad programming flaw, now that I think about it. At least in Tecmo Bowl, you could be Lawrence Taylor and block every single kick. I mean, that was like a well-known glitch, but, I mean, you had a chance to block kicks. You don't even have a chance to block kicks in this game. It's impossible because they don't let you move past the line of the scrimmage until the ball's already in the air. Bad. Dude, I want that receiver to block for me. Hey, we got a new subscriber, King Chaotic. Oh, that doesn't happen too often while we're live. Thanks for tuning in, man. Thanks for the subscription. Really appreciate it. We're trying to get 1,000 by the end of the year, so tell your friends. I think we're going to get 700 soon. Woo! Got that off just in time. I was about to get sacked. Let's do the screen. I told you guys how much I like these little screenplays. They're fun. Because you just got to throw it out there before you get sacked. Oh, juke. Oh, I walked back into it. Dang. That's all right. End of the third quarter. Go Routes, guys. Be nice if there were little cartoon cheerleaders, right? Like Tecmo Bowl. It's kind of difficult, you know, because like you can't hold up every game to Tecmo Bowl. Everybody agrees Tecmo Bowl's the best. This is not Tecmo Bowl. That was smooth. That was smooth. I've been playing this game for 30 minutes. That was smooth. All right, let's pay attention and get this extra point. That's what it is. Like, you never know where the cursor's going to start, and you have 1 second to move it. So sometimes it starts dead center. Sometimes it's on the left, sometimes it's on the right. You have no idea. But you only have a second to move it. All right, here we go. Let's get that sack. Come on. Even my defender didn't go for the pick there. That sucks. Oh no. I'm the last guy. Well, at least we got him. Blitz. All out blitz. I don't even care. I can match your touchdowns. I want a sack. I'm just going to switch to everyone and dive. Oh, that sucks. I don't think we're going to get our sack today, guys. I don't think we're going to get it. I don't think the sack is going to happen. 27-13. Now they'll kick the ball. They never kick the ball when it's 4th down, even when it's like 4th and 50. They always go for it. They couldn't even program that AI in. Bomb. Hail Mary. Go route. Everybody go. Whoop. If I would have busted free from that defender. All right, let's try a run play. Let's try the bootleg again. Maybe we can get positive yardage running the ball in this game, but probably not. Nope. Impossible. It's because your O-line. I mean, it's because your offensive linemen are so useless in this game. It's not their fault. They're trying really hard. It's the programmer's fault for designing such a poor AI. I like that the receivers always run to wherever I throw it. Ooh, Fitz. Big jump, buddy. My co-hosts back for more. Quarterback sneak. Quarterback sneak. There he is. Here we go now. Oh, yeah. Did we get a yard? Is it 1st and 9? 2nd and 9. We got a yard. Awesome. Positive yardage running the ball. We've proved the concept. It is possible to gain yardage running the ball in this game. Woohoo, that's a 1st down. Let's do the post route. Oh, look at them. They're going to blitz me. This is an all-out blitz. I need to dump it. Uh-oh, picked off. Oh, it did get picked off. I think it did. It did! All right, blitz. All-out blitz. Time to get the sack. I just got intercepted. We just got a safety! Oh, you got to see a safety. I never thought we'd see that. Look at that. We just got a safety. That was the play, man. That was the sack. Not just a sack, but a safety. Awesome. All right. That feels good. That feels good for a game that is otherwise now kind of boring. At least we got to see some variety today. We got to see some things. I've probably showed you everything there is to see about this game. Oh, you're never going to catch that guy. He's gone. He's gone. Boom. That was pretty. Get him jumping. Guys, go celebrate with him. You can go in the end zone. Other players, you're allowed into the end zone, you know. All right, extra point. Point after. Here we go. Oh, see, I don't even have to move the cursor that time. It just started right in the middle. So it's just totally random. It's like a random number generator, and you have a second to move it if you need to. That's the game. That's the end of the game. 36-14, Denver. John Elway's Denver Broncos over the New York Football Jets or Giants. We'll never know because there's no variation. Guys, that's it. I don't think there's anything more to see in this game. You've seen everything there was to see. That's the whole game. I just won it twice in 2 hours. And you guys know that never happens. I'm terrible at sports games. I'm terrible at them. So that's John Elway's quarterback. I mean, think about it. What do you think? Like I said, it's not a great game, but I mean, it's not terrible. It just doesn't have any depth or variety. Like, it's functional. It's not like it's X-Men for the NES. Like, it's not completely broken. It's just... there's just not enough there to justify paying more than $2 for this game. I mean, that's the honest truth. Why would you ever pick this game up and play if you had Tecmo Bowl or Super Tecmo Bowl? You're never going to pick this football game on the NES instead of Tecmo Bowl or Tecmo Super Bowl if you have a choice. You're always going to pick the Tecmo Bowl games. So that's what it is. Guys, we're done with the gameplay segment, but the fun's not over. You guys know how we do it here on the NES Happy Hour. We close each and every episode with a bar trivia challenge. It's a little game show segment I like to pull together. I host the questions. I read them to you. They're multiple choice. There's 5 of them. I'll give you 10 seconds on the clock to answer. We'll put the chat above me. You can shout out your answers. Try to go 5 for 5. I'll give you mad props if you do. It's only been done 4 times on the show, and this is episode 85. So you're not going to want to miss that. Meet me back here in 3 minutes. We'll get right to it on the Bar Trivia Challenge on this episode of the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G. We'll see you then. Guys, we're back. This the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G. Today we played a little John Elway's quarterback on our Friday special. Look, you know how it goes if you've watched the show before. I save the Friday games for games that could be terrible, might be hidden gems, might be misunderstood. We save the bad games for Friday. Is this one a bad game? I'm 50-50 on it. It's not a good game. It's not. It's not a good game, but it's not broken. It's not unenjoyable. It's just too shallow, really. I mean, that's what it is. There's just nothing to it. I mean, you're gonna master it after playing it the first time, and then you're never gonna want to play it again because there's no variety in the plays, there's no variety in the teams, there's no variety in the game whatsoever. Everything is exactly the same every time you play it. So, you know, I don't know, 50-50. Not a good game, but it's not in that category of awful games. I'm sure there are worse games on the NES. But enough of that, because we close every episode of the NES Happy Hour with our Bar Trivia Challenge. Today is no exception. This, the John Elway's quarterback edition of the Bar Trivia Challenge. You guys know how much I love this, right? I play host to a little trivia contest. You may have noticed above me is the chat from now on. So anything you type in the chat live, our live viewers, it will appear up in the box above me. And that's so you can shout out your answers because audience participation is encouraged on the Bar Trivia Challenge on the NES Happy Hour. I will present to you 5 multiple choice questions. You will have choices from A, B, C, or D. You'll have 10 seconds to answer. I put them in order of what I think is easiest to hardest, and I always save my favorite one for last. So we'll start off with a little warm-up question, and they'll get harder as we go. Now, usually I mix it up. Usually I pull in questions from history, science, trivia, you know, just general pop culture trivia or literature or movies or music. But in honor of the man John Elway, who licensed this game, John Elway's quarterback, All of our questions for today's Bar Trivia Challenge will be John Elway focused. So that means if you know John Elway, if you live in the Denver area, if you are a diehard Broncos fan, there is a good chance you will go 5 for 5 on today's Trivia Challenge. And that is no small feat. Only 4 viewers have ever gone 5 for 5 here on the NES Happy Hour Bar Trivia Challenge. Will you be the 5th? Let's get started, shall we? Question number 1. You ready? I'm ready. It's this. John Elway played quarterback professionally for the Denver Broncos. But which college did he play at before being drafted into the NFL? Which college did he play for before being drafted? Was it A, Princeton? Was it B, Stanford? Was it C, Harvard? Or was it D, Yale? Those are your choices. Princeton, Stanford, Harvard, or Yale. All great Ivy League schools. Some of them better at football than others. John Elway, where did he play quarterback at in his college career? You have 10 seconds. Get your answers in the chat. I'll start that clock right now. If you know the mascots, you'll know the answer. What do you got, Mitch? I know you're playing. A, B, C, or D? You're going with B, Stanford. You are correct. Stanford, the college that John Elway played for as quarterback before being drafted into the NFL. That's a true story. Their mascot, the Cardinal. And that is why we featured the Cardinal cocktail on today's episode of the NES Happy Hour in honor of John Elway's college career. All right, man, you're 1 for 1. Ready for question number 2? I see one more live viewer in the chat, but I don't know if you're playing. If you'd like to play, just say so. I will give you a chance to answer whoever you may be. But for now, let's proceed to question number 2. Ooh, Mitch, the chat might be a little lagged today. I'll have to check those settings. I thought we were pretty good this week, but maybe there's a little bit extra server load today. I'll give you some time. I'll make sure you get a chance to answer it, especially if you've gotten them all so far, and you have. Here's question number 2. Okay. Before joining the NFL after college, 2 different Major League Baseball teams drafted John Elway. That's right. He was drafted twice by Major League Baseball before joining the NFL. One team tried to draft him after his high school career was finished. The other team tried to draft him after his college career concluded there at Stanford. The question is, which 2 Major League Baseball teams were they that tried to draft John Elway? 2 answers. I'm going to show you 4 choices, A, B, C, and D. I need 2 answers for the full points. If you get one of the 2, I'll give you the full point, because this is a hard one. Your choices are the Kansas City Royals, the Pittsburgh Pirates, the C, New York Yankees, or the D, Boston Red Sox. I should say the letters. Those are your choices. A, Kansas City Royals, B, Pittsburgh Pirates, C, New York Yankees, or D, Boston Red Sox. There are 2 right answers. Which 2 teams attempted to draft John Elway before he eventually joined the NFL after college? One team tried to get him after high school. Another team tried to get him after college. Both failed, and he became a quarterback in the NFL. You have 10 seconds. Get your guesses in the chat. I'll start the clock now, and I will give you the full point if you are able to guess one of the 2 teams. I'm feeling generous today. It's Friday. I had a very long week at work. I'm very excited that it's the weekend and I don't have to think about work anymore, so I'm feeling generous. I will give you a point if you guess one of the 2 teams. Mitch, you're going with A and D, the Kansas City Royals and the Boston Red Sox. And for that, I will give you the full point because the answers were the Kansas City Royals and the New York Yankees. Both teams tried to draft him. I think I wrote in my notes, although now that I think about it, I might have this wrong. I think the Kansas City Royals drafted him right out of high school to be like a pitcher. And then obviously he was like, no, I'm going to college. I want to play quarterback. He went to college, and the Yankees drafted him after college, I believe. And again, he turned the Yankees down and said, no, I want to be a quarterback in the NFL. I don't want to play baseball. I know you guys think I'm going to be a star pitcher for your team, but I want to be a star quarterback in the NFL. Boom. There it is. 2 up, 2 down. You ready for question number 3? Mitch, you're 2 for 2 so far. We don't have any other live viewers playing, so it's all on you. Our hopes and dreams of all our fans, they rest squarely on your shoulders, Mitch. Everyone wants to see you go 5 for 5, including me. Question number 3, Mitch, is this. Though John Elway played his entire career as quarterback for the Denver Broncos, that's the NFL team that he played quarterback for, he played quarterback for that team his entire career. He was not drafted by them. Believe it or not. The Denver Broncos did not draft John Elway, although he did play his entire career as quarterback there. Which one of the following teams did draft John Elway? A, the Baltimore Colts. Yes, back in the 80s, they were the Baltimore Colts, not the Indianapolis Colts. Was it B, the Cleveland Browns? Was it C, the Washington Redskins? Or was it D, the New York Jets? Those are your choices. The Colts, the Browns, the Redskins, or the Jets. One of these teams drafted John Elway, and it was not the Denver Broncos. Which team was it? 10 seconds. Clock starts now. Mitch says he knows it. I see it in the chat. What is your guess? Is it going to be... Oh, you're going A for sure. With confidence, he says it is A, the Baltimore Colts. And you are correct. Well done, well done, well done. Oh, Parapluie626 is the other one in the chat. Interesting. You went with D, the New York Jets. I'm sorry. You were wrong. But Mitch, you are correct. Oh, you know it because of your football cards. Oh, that's good, man. Man, you should tell us more about that. That's interesting. Because you're right. I'll bet if you have a Baltimore Colts John Elway card, it's probably worth some money. Because though he was drafted by the Baltimore Colts, he was immediately traded to the Denver Broncos for a bunch of veteran players and some future picks in the NFL draft. The Baltimore Colts wanted John Elway, but they did not want him for his skills as quarterback. They wanted him as currency, really. They wanted him so they could trade him to a different team for a bunch of other players that they wanted more than him. So the Baltimore Colts actually drafted John Elway, you are correct, and immediately traded him to the Denver Broncos, where he played quarterback for the Denver Broncos. You have the card. Mitch has the football trading card, the John Elway Baltimore Colts card. Man, that's awesome. All right, so that was a little easier of a question for you since you had the history. But I did put that one as question number 3. I thought that was going to be a pretty hard one. And question number 4, as you guys may well be aware, is usually the hardest one. That's the one we're going to get to next. Because I always save my favorite one for last. If it's the hardest, great. If it's the easiest, I'm still going to save it for last because it's my favorite. So usually that means question number 4 is the hardest, Mitch. And you are 3 for 3 so far. Will you go 4 for 4? Here is question number 4. Are you ready? You football fans, if you were around in the 80s, you'll remember this. In the 1986 AFC title game, to tie the game in the final seconds and send it into overtime, John Elway, quarterback for the Denver Broncos, engineered a miraculous 98-yard series of plays known simply as the drive. People talk about this, the drive. John Elway's miraculous game-tying drive at the end of the 1986 AFC title game, which actually tied it up and sent it to overtime, where they eventually won the game and made it to the Super Bowl. The question, though, is who are they playing in that game? That game where Elway engineered the drive. Who did they beat in that 1986 AFC title game? Was it A, the Pittsburgh Steelers, B, the Miami Dolphins, C, the Buffalo Bills, or D, the Cleveland Browns? Those are your choices. If you've watched enough highlight reels, if you watched enough top 10 drives of all of NFL football history, you might know this one. Who were the Broncos playing against in that 86 AFC title game where he engineered that series of plays to tie the game and send it to overtime, known simply as the drive? It's tough for me to put these sports questions in order of difficulty, because sometimes I think a question's hard, but football fans don't think it's that hard. They might think this one is easy. Probably should have been sooner. I try to be fair because I know not everybody who watches is a big NFL fan. I know we have a lot of fans over in Europe, around the world. They're not as familiar with the NFL, so they might not know this. Parapluie's going with C, Buffalo Bills. Mitch is going with D, the Cleveland Browns. His gut says Bills, but his final answer is D, and the answer is D, the Cleveland Browns. That's who they beat in that 86 AFC title game. A miracle. Very, very little time left on the clock. The Broncos, yes, got the ball back with almost no time left in the clock. In the final seconds of that AFC title game, they got the ball back on their own 2-yard line. And through a miracle series of plays, John Elway passed the ball and engineered a miraculous 98-yard drive, a game-tying drive that has come to be known simply as the quote-unquote the drive, against the Cleveland Browns. Sent it to overtime, where they eventually won and sent those Cleveland Browns packing. Broncos made it to the Super Bowl that year, and the drive went down in history. Mitch, you're 4 for 4. The pressure is now on to go 5 for 5, to be our 5th 5 for 5 contestant on the Bar Trivia Challenge. In all of history, in 5 seasons, the 5th question is this. Today, John Elway is the general manager and president of football operations for which professional football team? Yes, in fact, he is retired. He did retire on top. He won the Super Bowl in the 90s, got the MVP, and then retired. Eventually became a Hall of Famer, and still works in football today. Today, he is now the general manager and president of football operations for which of the following NFL teams? The Tennessee Titans, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Denver Broncos, where he played his whole career, or the Houston Texans. Those are your choices. A, Tennessee Titans, B, Jacksonville Jaguars, C, Denver Broncos, or D, Houston Texans. Which of these professional teams is John Elway today in 2020 the general manager and president of football operations? Those are your choices. 10 seconds. I'll give you some time to think. I stalled a little because I know there's lag in the chat. Mitch says he's just going to guess Broncos. I'll take that as your final answer. Parapluie, do you have a guess? Mitch is going with C, Denver Broncos. I'll give you a chance. I'll give you 3 more seconds, Parapluie, in case you'd like to get a guess in the chat. Our resident mysterious mixologist tuning in late today just to be a part of Bar Trivia. All right, maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. Well, Mitch is guessing C, Denver Broncos, and you are correct. The answer is C, the Denver Broncos. Something that will probably never be repeated for the rest of time in professional sports. You know how often professional athletes get traded. They never They never play their whole careers for a single team. Well, John Elway did just that. He played his entire professional career as the quarterback for one single team, the Denver Broncos. And then, after retiring from football, he became the general manager and the president of football operations for that very same team. And he is still that today, the president of football operations and the general manager for the Denver Broncos. That is a unique little bit of trivia. And I don't know how far in the future you might be watching this episode, but I don't think this will ever happen again, that a single player plays his whole career for one team in professional sports and then goes on to work probably for the rest of his life for that very same team. Congratulations, Mitch. That is the Bar Trivia Challenge here on the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G. That, the John Elway's quarterback edition. Mitch, I have a little bit of cocktail left, and I feel we need to give you a round of applause because this is only the 5th time any of our live viewers have gone 5 for 5 on the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G's Bar Trivia Challenge. So give yourself a round of applause. This one's for you. This one is for you. Cheers. You deserve it, man. Boom. I love giving some props to our loyal viewers, and Mitch is one of our loyal fans from probably, I don't know when you joined us, maybe season 2, season 3. But we do appreciate your support. I hope you know that. I love having you. I love having you live. I love how much you participate in the show. You guys are live viewers. You make this so much more fun for me. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I was pretty sure when I started doing these shows, I would be streaming to an audience of 0 live viewers for a very long time. And you guys have surprised me by your enthusiasm for what we do here. So I'm very glad you went 5 for 5, Mitch. Congratulations. You'll go down in the annals of history of the NES Happy Hour as one of the few live viewers to ever go 5 for 5 in Master G's Bar Trivia Challenge. So that's that. That's our show, folks. If you like what we do us a favor and click that subscribe button. We were fortunate enough to have a live subscriber while we were live on the show today, so you're going to see your name on the credits. Anybody who subscribes while we're live gets a little alert up there in the top corner of the screen, and then when we roll the end credits for the show, it'll give you extra props for subscribing. So if you like the show, subscribe. It's totally free. We are trying to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. We need about 300 more in the next 3 weeks. So we're cutting it close. We're going down to the wire. Tell your friends, tell your family members. Go to Retro Gaming Adventures with Master G. Find that YouTube channel. Subscribe. Support the show, the NES Happy Hour. You won't regret it. Also, if you wouldn't mind, watch some videos. Check out our website, www.fitsandmasterg.com. Tons of videos up there. You can even watch live right on the website. You can donate to the show. You can purchase merchandise. You can get our cocktail recipes the night before. So if you want to gather ingredients for tomorrow's show, those recipe cards are going to go up on the website in about 20 minutes. You can gather the ingredients, be ready to go for, well, not tomorrow. I guess this is a weekend. So for Monday's show. And, our social media links are also on the website. So you can follow us on Twitter. The handle's HeyMasterG. Never miss out. I'm always announcing things on Twitter. All of our past episodes, whenever we're going live, we do polls, we share artwork. I put all the manual scans on Twitter so you can download them for yourself. That's kind of neat. And just know that we love you here on the NES Happy Hour, and we very much appreciate your support. So that's it for the week. That was our 5th episode in Season 5. We're going to take a break for the weekend, but we're going to be back next week, every day of the week, Monday through Friday. Same time, same place, 4 p.m. Eastern here on the channel, Retro Gaming Adventures with Master G. More live, unscripted fun on the NES Happy Hour. Do you want to know what game we're playing on Monday? We are going to be playing a little beat 'em up called Bad Dudes. Some of you might know this game as Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninjas. I think that's what it was called in the arcade. The NES version is just named Bad Dudes. So we're gonna play as a bad dude, and we're gonna beat up a bunch of bad dudes ourselves on Monday's episode. You're not gonna miss it. We're gonna have 2 more great cocktail recipes, another great manual and box to read about, and of course a full hour of fun beat 'em up gameplay, followed by another awesome bar trivia challenge. So don't miss it. Have a nice weekend, everyone. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Thanks for tuning in all week, and I hope I see you again on Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern for another episode of the NES Happy Hour. We'll see you again. Bye.